Okay. We're good? It's recording? We're great? Alright, let's see. Let's hopefully it lasts. Alright, do you want me to like say my little spiel first and then you're gonna and then you're gonna choose your character? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. So as the final blow was dealt to Eponora, her devil body began to fade away into the golden mist. Tattle and Ren started gathering their thoughts as we take a moment to join our adventures, but this is not the story. That is a story for another time. There are many cities out there, but they fall under one sky. One cloudless sky. It was the sight only you could focus on as the sands of the hills started merging together. You had been traveling for a few days now, and there seemed to be no end in sight in the vast desert. There was only one thing on your mind. Water. You smack your dry lips and taste nothing but sand as the sun is beaming down on you. You try to shield your eyes and you squint in front of you, but it's hard to focus. As you squint off in the distance, you start to see waves becoming shapes. It appears to be structures. It takes some time, but eventually you manage to make your way to the town. It's purely made out of wood structures. It's very small, and ahead of you you see a sign that says the watering hole. You walk into the place and make your way to the bar area. That's we're entering into the bar is
So what you would see staggering into town is a very tall, hooded, caped figure, about 9 foot, almost 10 foot tall.
Damn.
Sort of stumbling in the sand and really struggling. And you so stupid. And the walk is almost like that of a drunk. And if you were close enough, you would just notice that this figure, this man, if you will, continually talks to himself. And if you looked close enough to the hood, you would see a green face. I don't know how to describe. A greenish face with a blue sort of bandana, if you will, or a strip of cloth that's been tied around the back. A very dome-shaped head. As he staggers into this tavern. Yeah.
What is that? I don't even know what that is. Okay, yeah, you stagger into the tavern. And
and I'm gonna walk over to the bar. I can't do voices for this. This is gonna be funny. Hey, hi. Could I have a water, please? Actually, a couple waters.
oh well, hello. Sure. Right away. We'll go get you a couple of waters. And the barmaid quickly goes up and in the back pulls out a couple of glasses of water and pulls out a pitcher, starts pouring you at least 3 glasses of water, and then places it in front of you. She seems to be.
Does she?
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Does she immediately walk away?
No, she's there. The bar, it's in itself. You hadn't noticed in your state of like thirsty. There's in your state of delirium, but she's still there. She's not walked away fully, but she's kind of walked to the side.
I'm gonna drink, like, toss back one of the waters, and then DM, can I roll sleight of hand checks to, like, I want to stuff the other 3 water jugs into my, or I want to stuff at least 3 water cups into my jacket.
Okay, yeah. Give me a sleight of hand check.
You want me to roll 3 times, or is it just for?
Yeah. Roll for 3 times.
Okay,
Are
so
you
the
attempting?
first
You're
one,
attempting to hide the glass?
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And I
Roll
want to do
me.
it 3 times.
Okay.
So the first one's a 15.
All right. Give me a second. Okay.
Next one's a 3. And last one's a 7.
Okay. As you begin to go and like finish the first glass, you stealthily, manage to slip it into your coat, whatever your trench coat or whatever you're wearing, and just as you're about to go and put the other one in there, however, the barmaid, she noticed. She's like, "Hey, the glasses aren't for free. Please."
I'm sorry. It's a little awkward, but my body's just a little overheated. I'll give the glass back right away. I just need to like wrench myself a little bit.
uh,
That's all.
all right, just give the glass back when you're done.
It'll be right here on this counter, I swear. I promise.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna pass it in and out basically 3 times. And then I'm gonna put it on the counter. Oh, do I start with any gold, by the way?
Roll me. What's the gold thing? Roll me 4d6. If you can. Ow.
I got 16 total.
Alright, you have 16 gold pieces to your name.
Lovely. Did that cost anything, by the way?
Yeah, it costs you about 3 silver pieces for the water.
Oh, all right. Roll water I just drank.
Yep, water ain't cheap around here. Oops.
No, that's fair. Thank you kindly. And you'll notice that I'm not sitting at all. Like I'm just kind of standing awkwardly, kind of like shuffling. I'm kind of grunting and groaning as I'm shuffling by the bar. I've been wandering in this desert for a while. I don't know why.
Oh my gosh.
Is there something? Where's the ocean? I kind of want to get out of the desert if you know what I mean.
We're about a couple miles, maybe. Well, maybe not a couple, but about an hour or two out of the ocean.
Well, that's not too bad. We're an hour or 2 away from the ocean right now.
Yep.
Well, that's not bad at all. And you just speak for yourself. All right. Well, so I guess is there anything you needed while we're here? Because I'm gonna head right out.
As you're like about to head out, you see in comes walking in from behind the bar back up is about a 8 foot tall minotaur looking character. Instead of like the regular minotaur though, you notice that this minotaur has that of like a longhorn. You ever seen those longhorns?
Mm-hmm.
It's that type of kind of cow that walks in. You can see he delicately kind of kneels down and like almost like effortlessly accounts for his horns and just walks in from the back. You're asking for help? Anything that you can help us out with? Is that what you was?
I mean, yeah, that's kind of what I do all the time. Is I try to help people when we travel. I mean, I'm on a mission. I'm looking for someone, but we haven't found her in years. So I mean, there's no reason I can't help people along the way.
Well, I doubt she'd be here. I mean, hardly any new folks pass through this town.
I mean, you don't even know her name.
I can tell you,
Have you heard of Tattle?
nope, ain't heard no,
She's a tabaxi.
ain't heard no
Yeah,
tattle.
nobody has so far. So I'm hoping. I heard whisperings about a pirate tabaxi named Tattle, and I'm hoping I can track her down. So I'm headed to the ocean. While I'm here, I mean, I'd help if it meant I could get some food and maybe some boarding for the night to rest our weary legs.
Or, you said, how many you got in there?
Just me. That was just, I'm used to traveling with numerous companions. I've been on my own for a long time.
Right. Right. You're telling me that you're not just a bunch of kobolds in a trench coat over there?
Of course not. Who would even think of that? Who would even put a bunch of
Because
kobolds in a trench coat?
we pay by the person per room.
Wow. I'm one person. I mean, you can clearly see that.
Alright, alright.
And I will say, you would see a turtley face.
Turtle face.
But you would see.
Right. Alright.
Yeah.
Just taking precautions and
I mean, do I look like a kobold?
I don't know.
I'm a turtle.
I've never seen no turtle around these parts.
Yeah, we're not very common, I guess.
Could have fooled me. But say,
well,
if it's just one of yous in that trench coat, then you could shack up atop. We got a spare bedroom in the back.
Well, and I mean, depends. Like, what's the room and board situation?
I'm looking about maybe 1 gold per night.
It'll just be the one night, so that'd be fine. But what do you need help with? Like, do you need help? Can I exchange that for services?
Well, need help back off the pins. Putting my fence together. Okay.
You need to build a fence. The music.
Hey.
Build it. You want help building? That's not really what I do, but I mean, I'm sure I could build a fence for you.
Listen, I try to build it myself. It's a little difficult with myself going on. I can't hold the boards. I have a daughter around here somewhere, but she can't seem to stay in this little tavern. And she's no use. But if you can help me build that fence, I'll say you stay here for free.
Alright, well that sounds good. It's throwing a meal too, for the
Oh, I'm sure we could sure we can.
Maybe a couple meals. It's been a couple days since I've last eaten. I think it's been about 4 days total. And I could really eat a lot of food. Would be nice.
Or we'll cook you up some stew. You got any dietary restrictions? We usually just threw everything into a pot.
I'll eat anything. You got a lot of cheese? That's great. I'll pay extra for some cheese.
Maybe might. On the house.
I'll pay on top of on the house for and like adults to the side for a lot of cheese.
All right.
A lot of cheese.
Well,
now the only thing though is where's this fence? Can you show it to me? And then are you okay? I prefer to work at night, being a turtle. The sun is just wicked on my skin, and usually sleep during the day and I come out at night. It's a nocturnal thing. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, you sure just found yourself on the wrong side of the river, eh?
Yeah, well, tracking this stupid cat down has been a real hell of a
Or
problem.
you're going the wrong way if you're looking for the ocean, but...
But the barkeep just said it was 1 to 2 hours away.
Oh, she don't know time. She ain't never been outside the city.
Oh, good. Well, I'll worry about that later. Maybe you can point me in the direction of the ocean after the job's done.
Alright. Oh, come on there. I'll show you where the fence is. You don't have to work it now. You can work it later.
All right. Okay. And I kind of like stagger after him, like.
Yeah, he walks in after you. You almost feel like that he will not. His horns won't fit through the door, but he effortlessly, gracefully glides through it with his horns. And then he turns you out to the. He brings you out to the back. This town is just—it's like your classic kind of like midwestern, or western town. There's not very much people outside. There's a couple of wagons here and there, but just it's very desolate and very small. And then he brings you out to the back, and in the back there's this broken fence that's need a repair. And he's just like puts his hand like, oh, there it is. Sucker just.
And
Yeah.
are there like materials and things right there by the fence?
Yeah. You can definitely tell that he was about to get ready to get started.
Okay.
And he was looking up at it.
Well, yeah, if you're all right, I mean, I'm just gonna have a good sleep, and then I'll be at it in the morning, or in the evening, at night, I guess I should say.
All right.
All right, is it possible to get some of that stew now, or later?
Just bring it up to you
Before
later.
I get out here. Okay, before it's like about 9 p.m. Is
yes.
that all right?
Stew's still cooking.
Okay, cool. All right, okay, we're gonna go sleep then.
Oh, it's just around the back here. He like leads you up to the stairs up top, and there's like a area that you can go up there, and opens the door for you. And inside the top, there's just one room in the back. It almost looks like a storage room. It's got like a couple of things here and there, but it's just like a shabby little bed. He said, we ain't got much of the watering hole. We got this though.
It's perfect. Thank you so much.
All right, and then he outstretches his hand to kind of.
And
waiting for
a hand comes out from the sides and a turtley hand. And I reach forward and I shake his hand as well.
Yeah, you shake his hand. And he's like, well, he kind of clasps it in a little, like a good, nice, friendly handshake and good, sturdy handshake. And then he looks at you and he's like, oh, what's your name, friend?
It's Tobias. How the heck? Tobias, Michelangelo, Donatello, Raphael, Leonardo III.
Oh, it's quite a day. Well, people around here just call me Booker, so you can call me Booker.
You can just call me Tobes.
All right.
Perfect.
If you need anything, go downstairs and have my bard maid over there help you.
Oh, lovely. Thank you. And you'll notice when you shook his hand that he had my character Toby had orange wristbands on as he was shaking your hand.
Yeah. All right. Nice. Okay.
And then I'm gonna immediately close the door, like slam it in his face, and you're gonna hear like a whole bunch of like noise, banging and crumpling and things as I settle in.
Alright. Yeah, and then he just, you don't hear nothing after you close the door. You just hear his heavy hooves walking. And you notice too that like in this particular bar area, it's pretty tall. It's built pretty tall, so it's built for his size. So he's like 10 foot tall, so it's got quite a tall ceilings.
Okay. Well, that's good because I'm about 9 or 10 feet, so I was definitely scraping the roof.
No, he's like 8 feet, so it's like
Okay.
it's matched to his size, so it's pretty tall.
Um. Yeah. So I would just go to sleep and wait until the nightfall before I come out to fix the fence.
Okay. Yeah, you sleep. Nothing eventful happens. There's a little um. At some point, there may be like a knock on the door that you hear, but you can kind of get the sense of that's the stew being served.
As soon as that happens, I'm gonna like as soon as that knock happens, oh great, the stew! And I'm gonna come to the door and open the door, in the trench coat draping behind me, and I'm gonna like just dart through the door, grab the stew, and pull it back into the door as fast as I can.
Okay.
Don't
Yeah,
roll something
you
for
grab it, and the barkeep's just like, oh, all right, enjoy. And then she just walks away.
I got the cheesiest stew. This is amazing, and I'm gonna eat them. We'll just do it. You'll just hear a whole bunch of like happy noises from the other side of the door. Just, oh, it's so cheesy. This is so good.
Yeah, it's delicious. It's a nice party stew.
All right. And after I've eaten all 4 bowls of stew, I'm gonna go out to the fence. Or I'm gonna come out of the room, and sort of stagger my way out to the fence area.
Yeah, you stagger your way out to the fence, and there is what he said. It's like the same thing. Nothing's changed. Just the boards are there. There's a fence.
And no one's there to greet me when I get there?
No, that was there. They're just kind of like assuming that you would keep your word.
Okay. And can I do a perception check to see if anyone is around?
Sure.
I've got a lot of perception. I rolled an 8, but I have a +6, so 14.
Alright, yeah, you look around, and as you're looking, you notice there's just a couple of buildings here and there. There is like a building in the back that has a sign that says sheriff on the back. It's kind of facing towards you. And there appears to be somebody sitting in the chair. He looks like he's sleeping with the hat over his head. And you see his legs kind of sprawled out, or you know what I mean? Like he's like in the chair with hat tipped over and arms crossed.
Okay. And from this distance, I would potentially think that he's asleep.
You get the sense that like that he may be asleep just on the chair.
Okay. And how dark is it? Like, if I didn't have dark vision, would I still be able to see? Would other people be able to see?
It's pretty dark. There's no moon in the sky, and it is a pure desert sky, so there's no clouds in the sky. You can see the stars up, like, perfectly. But however, as the night kind of wore on, all the lamps were getting turned off, because people are going to bed. And the only lamp that you do see is the one that is by the sheriff.
Okay. So there would be like enough if I don't, because I don't have dark vision, so there'd be enough that I could still see, but
yeah, it's not like total like darkness. It's it's not like somebody casted darkness on you. You can still see up to like a certain point, but if you get past, I want to say maybe like 20-ish feet, then that's when it gets kind of thing. The only one that's really prominent is the one little lamp that is by the sheriff. By the fire of candlelight.
Alright. Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna immediately, if the sheriff looks like he's asleep and everybody's sleeping, I'm gonna immediately, get to work on the fence, staggering around, to build it with my great height.
Alright. Yeah, roll me.
Would you like me to roll?
Give me just a general dexterity check to see how well you build this fence.
16.
Alright, that's enough. As you're, like, working together and you bring up the boards and you start to hammer the nails in and stuff, and it's decent. Though I don't know how well you've built fences before in your lifetime, but you feel it in your bones that this is a pretty decent fence. Um, roll me, give me another perception check as you're kind of finishing up this.
21.
Ooh, that's a lot. As you're going and fixing up this fence, and you're just about to put like almost the last two nails in, you hear some muttering kind of in the background back towards the tavern. That you
Do I hear anything in the muttering? Like anything that would like make me like curious about it?
hear not nothing. This not like coherent sentences, just kind of like incoherent sentences. But you hear nothing else. You look towards the sheriff. It's not the sheriff. He's still there.
Okay.
He's in his chair.
Yeah. And if anyone was close enough, they would have heard me talking very loudly to myself. And having a great debate. And be working very diligently on the fence. But definitely dreaming of that sweet cheesy stew. And complaining about how much my legs and my back hurt. And then I'm gonna go check out the muttering though. And yeah, I definitely would sort of like, oh, I should go check that out. And I'm gonna like start to walk over, staggering over to the noise, go find out what's up.
Yeah, you stagger around to the noise and you. You go into it's not coming from the top, like bed, but it's coming from the bottom inside of the tavern. And as you kind of stumble in, you hear it's coming from this certain room that is in the back.
Is there anyone in the tavern?
Not at the moment, no.
Okay. Yeah, I stumble in and go right up to that room so that I can hear it in, and I'd like to sort of like press my ear against the door. In other words.
Okay, yeah, give me another perception.
I would like, yeah, cool. 16 plus 6, 22.
Yeah, as you're like kind of putting your your ear to the door, you hear muttering, and you almost hear like you hear that it's the voice of a booker, and you hear him say, "No, what are you doing?" And yeah, it just that's what you basically. You can't. No, not again.
Booker, are you alright in there?
You don't hear any answer.
I don't know. We should check it out. Let's watch them. I'm gonna push open the door.
You push open the door. Okay. As you begin to push open the door, slowly, revealing in the darkness, you see. It's hard to make out because of the absence of light, but as you push open the door, you see almost what looks to be like like a hunched over, shadowy figure sitting on top of Booker as he's sitting there trying to sleep. He's sleeping on his back, because that's the only way he can sleep for his horns. But he appears to be kind of locked and like paralyzed in a certain thing. His eyes are still closed, but they're tightly shut. And there's just kind of this hulking, shadowy figure just above him, and you can kind of see from his mouth that something's being like sucked out of him as it
Hey, stop right there. And the trench coat is gonna fall off. Oh no, wait, no, it's not. No, it's not, because that doesn't work with the stats that I mean. Hold on, just 1 second. Can we talk about this? And I'm gonna grab my my quarterstaff and I'm gonna whack at the shadowy figure.
Alright, give me an attack roll.
Oh, damn, this is both.
What did you roll?
12.
A 12? As you go as you go to smack this shadowy creature, before you can even come down and bring down, you see this creature turn and look at you and make eye contact with you, and it dodges out of the way and kind of almost slinks outside, or not outside, but slinks around by the window as the creature just looks at you and kind of hisses real loud. Or not even like it's not like a cat. Like it's a kind of an outer worldly hiss, and then it jumps out of the window.
So it's like essentially gone. Like I would.
Yeah. I mean, it's attempting to flee. I will say that you can get another.
I'm gonna jump out of the window after it. But can I roll a? I'm just gonna jump out of the window. After it. Like now.
Okay. Yeah, you.
Dexterity.
Yeah, give me an acrobatics check. As you jump out the window.
Just a 12.
That's okay. Yeah, the creature, though it appeared to be made out of shadows, has crashed through the window. Apparently solid. And you flip on after it, but you don't. Not as graceful as you'd like to be, but you're still able to catch up, and you see it kind of slithering into the middle of the town.
Okay. I am going to. Okay, I've never played a paladin before. I wanted to play it just so I could have a better understanding of a paladin. I want to do. If I do divine smite, I can do that. With any melee weapon, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's any.
And then I just use my.
Weapons.
Alrighty. I am going to do that. I'm gonna expend a spell slot. It doesn't have to be second level though, right? It can just be like first level?
Yeah, it can just be first level.
Okay, I'm gonna expend a spell slot. I'm going to attack it using divine smite with my, if I'm with it, like you said, I'm caught up to it, right?
Yeah, you guys are kind of in the middle of the square.
Okay, I want to go after it with my longsword, sort of holding it real low, and I want to come at it and hack at it with my longsword.
Okay, yeah, roll me an attack.
Natural 20.
Hey, let's go. All right, give me that damage.
Yes, yeah. Okay, so it's 1d8.
And then you also get to double the divine smite damage to you as well.
That's cool. Okay. I deal 2d8 extra already. Okay, so I did a 5 for the first one, so that's doubled, so for 10. And I gotta roll 2d8. Yeah. 30 points of damage.
30 points of damage?
30 points of damage.
Alright, you obliterate this thing.
That's because it was doubled.
As you
Hells
bring
yeah.
up your weapon grade up above your head, and it starts to glow.
Well, I've got it low. I'm trying
Oh,
to
you bring it
cleave
low. You bring it low, and it starts to glow with this
Very
kind
low.
of radiant energy, and you sweep the
Almost
legs.
got my feet low.
Yeah,
Mhm,
you sweep the legs, and this creature or whatever it is appears just for a split second. Like you can see what it is, and it's almost like it looks like a hollowed out skull, but it's like malformed and almost like made out of black wood or not black bone, and it screeches as you just obliterate it into nothing, and the screech is almost piercing enough to where it pierces your ears, but it doesn't do any damage, but it's just very hurt, or it hurts you, and then yeah, it's dead.
Alright. And it just falls to the ground. Like
It's
just an empty shell of
it shatters into kind of like a
a
puff
powder.
of smoke. Yeah.
Okay.
And as as this happens, you hear footsteps walking up. What in the Sam hell is this? What's going on here? What's that?
Well, would I have any idea what it is? Like, can I roll like a history or
Give
an
me
intelligence check or something?
yeah, well give me a yeah, give me a history check.
I think it was a 2. It like got caught in between. So just a 2.
You've never seen this creature before.
Well, to be honest, I'm like shifting my purple headbands a little bit. To be honest, I've never seen anything like this before. It's quite unusual. It was on top of you though. I don't in your room, and you were muttering, and so. Well, it's dead now.
Sure, certainly is. Thank you. I guess that I feel drained. What was?
Yeah. The best. Would I be able to know that it's like sucking his life force? Like, would I know?
Yeah. I mean, it was.
Just
You get. Yeah, it's pretty obvious. So what it was doing was kind of like sucking his life force. I was having the most terrible nightmare. Oh god.
Well, it was on top of you, and it was like pulling your life force out. It was basically breathing it out. It was wild. I've never seen that before. That was quite interesting.
As you guys are both talking, sure enough, you hear another set of boots walking up towards you, very fast, and the sheriff, he woke up. Everything, he steps up. He's like, well, what's going on here? What's going on? Who are you? What's this? This folk bothering you, Booker? He's like, hey, easy. This fella saved me. There's a creature.
Sheriff, we saw that his life force was getting sucked out, and we killed it. I killed it. So.
Aubrey.
Problem solved. Yeah. I don't know what it is, though. Never seen anything like it before.
We've been having
You
occurrences.
guys have a library around here?
Ain't got no library. It's a long
Oh,
day.
well. Normally I would consult the database, but I haven't got that, so.
Oh, we ain't no fancy
I
land
don't
for
really
the library, but I do have some case files in the back. Maybe you can find something similar to that. But my name's
If it's okay, I would love to do that. Yeah.
you can call me Sheriff Coop. All right,
Sheriff Coop.
come back
Oh,
over here.
thank
What's never seen your face around here.
Yeah, I'm Tobias, Donatello, Michelangelo, Raphael, Leonardo III.
That's too fancy words for me, son. All right, let's go. Come on.
All right. I'm gonna stagger after him.
Yeah.
To wherever. To the sheriff's office.
Yeah, you stagger off after him, and then the sheriff leads you into his office. And it was hard to tell in the darkness, though. But as you get towards back to the sheriff's thing, that being like one of the only few lights in there, you get a better glimpse of how the sheriff looks. The sheriff is kind of like you see like majority of his face, like from almost completely half, but not fully half. But it's burnt, like got heavy burn scars, and coming up down to his right arm. He's wearing a long sleeve shirt, but you can see that his hand is pretty burnt as well. And he comes up there. All right, come on, let's get out of the darkness. And then he looks over. He's like, "You all right, Booker, for the night? I can get the doc on you." He's like, "Oh, I'm okay. I'm just gonna go get some rest." I say, "All right. Well, you get some rest now." And then he goes up and he puts the light, takes the lamp from outside, brings it inside, and then you part ways. You get into the sheriff's office. He shuts the door. He starts lighting up the other lamps too as well. So you guys got kind of a brighter light. He's all right.
You just hear, "Ask what happened to his face." I'm sorry, I don't know why I said that. It's just you're heavily burned. Very unusual.
Am I? Oh, good, great God, I am burnt. I'm just joking. Yeah, of course I'm burnt. Helped when I was young.
I'm sorry, that was a really rude question to ask. Elbows myself in the side. It's very anyway. What happened, if you don't mind me asking?
There was a bad house fire back in 97. I don't know what year it is. Relevant to the year of
the
97.
old house fire of 97.
Yes.
I remember that one. That was about the time that I was born, I believe.
Yeah, you notice that the sheriff he's pretty older gentleman, about in his not too old. He's in his 50s. He goes up and he kind of he's like digging around in some boxes as he kind of pulls out some wooden crates. He's like, "Yeah, it's old news, old stories, but the scars never leave." And he puts down a big heavy crate of his case files over there. You know, and that thing that he described, he said it was a shadowy figure, right?
Yeah, and it looked like a skull, I guess.
Ah, yes. He goes and he looks into the case files. You see him bring out a couple of other parchments, papers of his notes that he wrote down, and previous notes from the previous sheriff as well. And he pulls out a couple of files. Here, check that one. I handled that case myself.
Thank you.
He hands you a case, and as you begin to open it, you start to read it, and it's roughly about. It's not too long, but the only thing that he has in there is like a sheet of paper with the name of the person that involved. It was a young elf girl. She appeared to just die in her sleep, but it looked like she was basically a husk of what her former self was. And we had that happen a while ago. Couldn't find nothing, no trace or nothing. Kind of similar. The way that old Booker looked over there, I didn't want to tell him, but he did look pretty bad.
Yeah. He, lucky we were here. I was here. An empty husk, you say? Well, that's quite interesting.
Yep.
Sheriff, do you mind if I just have a read of is there any other case files that have similar
Oh, go ahead.
instances?
Just take your pick. I'll make me some coffee. And he goes out to like the stove.
Okay. Is he leaving the room?
He's not leaving the room. He's leaving he's in the corner of where a metal stove would be.
He's turning.
Yeah, he's turning, and you hear him put some. He gets like a.
Can I try to
cast
stealth
iron
something?
pots. You try what?
Can I try to stealth something?
Yeah. What are you doing?
I want to make. I don't know why I'm being so secretive because you totally know what's going on. I want to swap positionings while he's looking away.
Okay. Roll me a stealth check.
Because if he's, I don't know if he's like, I'm gonna try to whisper and be really quiet. But I
He's
just
kind of like talking to himself a little
weird.
bit and talking to you
Okay.
sometimes.
Roll the 16.
Oh yeah, he's too enamored with like his stories and he's talking up a storm, muttering about how like he loves coffee and he's making his cowboy coffee. He's putting the cast
I
iron in
understand
there.
that.
He's putting the coffee grounds at the bottom. He's narrating when he's making the coffee. He's like, to make good coffee, you gotta make some good cowboy coffee. Put the grounds over there. You take it, get it to a boil, and he's. You get the sense that he does this a lot, and yeah, that's it.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna like be talking amongst myself and yeah, I know, like what do you think? And I just want some more of that stew. And then I'm gonna switch around and the lower half of me is gonna be having a very in-depth conversation. Um and the case file is now going to be under my coat
Okay.
if I can do that.
Yeah, roll me an investigation check as you dig through the case files.
Yeah, and like I want to have like hands starting out to grab more as I need.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like just like shooting it at my feet. Okay, investigation. I've got like nothing for that. 16.
Oh, that's enough. As you're begin looking through like the certain case files, you do notice some patterns. You notice some similar cases to the way that this one started. Victims appeared to be just husks of themselves, with their body easily breakable, easily like their whole like almost material of their bodies like almost has been like dehydrated. And you notice that as well. There was a couple that survived. There was one or two folks that did survive who are no longer. And the cases go back like they date way back to probably a couple of generations. Very old. As you get older, there was one instance where somebody did survive. It appeared that this was happening to them, and they reported just visions of bad dreams for the rest of the time they were alive. After that, in each case, as you are looking, you notice that there is one common occurrence: is that everybody visited the mine that is almost about 1 or 2 hours away from the city at some point. Either they went inside the mine or they were near it as well.
I don't know. Like I think we need to check out this mine. Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea. We should definitely do that. You think we could get some more of that stew? I'm just gonna, and I'm gonna yell out the sheriff. Uh, yeah, so something about a mine. Where's this mine? We want to get to this mine. I think that's important.
Oh, the old rail mine? That's just all back
Yeah,
up in
of
there. It's
course.
the
What
old
other
mine that.
mine are we talking about?
The old rail mine back there. Yeah, that's, it's. We don't usually go down there no more. It's been kind of blocked off. There was a new company
Well,
that
that's
came about. Called themselves the the Hoover Company. They came about and they said that they're taking over, so nobody was allowed over there.
look, I don't care. Okay, just point me in the direction of the mine. I need to go check it out.
All right, just keep your horses on. It's about 20 miles out. Not 20 miles, 20 minutes out. wrong time. We'll get there on horse and
All right.
go with you.
I can find my way.
Oh no,
Horse,
listen
you
here,
say?
son. This case involves my town, and I gotta go with you.
Yeah, but I mean, you're a frail old man. I don't think that this is going to be very safe for you.
Well, listen here, sonny boy. There's just nothing frail about this. And he like pulls his gun out and just quickly shoots a tin can like on the corner of the thing. And he twirls it, blows the gun out, and puts it back into his pocket. I've been sheriff on this town for 20 years. Ain't nothing get past me.
Wow, and I'm gonna like, clearly all these case files have gotten past you. Alright,
Oh,
whatever.
that was a
I
low
don't care.
blow.
Let's just go.
Alright. He goes to the
You better
stables.
have a big horse.
He goes to the stables and he brings out his horse. It's a nice little like a nice little brown horse with a white diamond on his forehead. He kind of pets it a little bit. He pets it a little bit and he takes the time to saddle it. Puts the saddle blanket on, puts the saddle on, stitches it up. All while he's not saying much at this point. He adjusts his guns before he starts to get up, and once he's finished cinching, he then gets on top of the horse.
Oh my god, wow, a horse! Do you have the big horse? Or just the only horse you got?
It's the only horse I got, or else you want to ride the old pony in there.
Is it just a tiny little pony?
There's a little pony. It's a little black pony with a couple of white socks on the front. Now that's the kid's pony, but that's all I got at the moment.
I thought you said you were going to take us to the mine riding a horse.
Oh, I'm gonna ride the horse, but you can ride the pony if you want, or else you want to ride with me.
I think I'll break that thing's back. No, I'll walk.
Listen here, that little pony's got 10 times more heart than you do, and I'm sure it's gonna be able to carry you.
I'm pretty heavy. I'll walk, and I'm just gonna start walking past him.
You start walking, and then he matches your speed with the horse, because he's not gonna
What's the horse's name?
He's not gonna leave you behind. Well, this is old Daffodil. Had her for quite some time now. She's getting up there, but she can still go.
Yeah, alright, enough of the chit-chat, old man. Let's just get to the nine.
Well, hey, you asked about the horse.
So I'm gonna grunt and keep walking. Sullenly. Staggering. Alongside the horse.
Yeah, what would have been like a 20-minute ride takes you about 45 minutes for walking. Walking just on foot. But soon you get there. And all the time it is still pretty dark. He has a lantern that he hooks to the breast collar of the horse, so you can still like headlights.
Okay.
That's you. Just realized he's got some blinkers. No, it takes
He's
you.
got like a little metal plate shutter that's got attached to like a cord, so he can like turn it.
He takes you to the mines, and as you get to the mine, you see there's a bunch of rope that have been blocked off, and you see just it's a bunch of crates and symbols of a certain brand on the crates, and the brands, they say CH on them. CH Co. And as you begin to pull up, the sheriff looks up and he just kind of wonder what they're doing. They never disclosed what they were doing in the town.
And you, the sheriff, didn't find that odd?
Sheriff doesn't extend to the city of the mines. He bought it out, so he ain't got much say in that. What he does in the mines, that's his business.
Well, I'm gonna go find out. And if it's just rope that's blocking, I'm gonna push past the rope.
Yeah, it's just rope. Like it's like blocking it, and there's signs there, but they're just made out of wood and rope, and certain crates.
Can I try to like just break it really aggressively? Bust it.
Yeah, give me a strength check.
Natural 1.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you go.
+1, 2.
You go to like rip it off in half, but it's pretty sturdy rope. Out of all things in this mine, this rope appears to be the sturdiest thing that is here. As you look at the wood of the mine, it's very like it's like old, clearly. But this rope, damn, is strong.
I'm gonna be like, ah! Whatever. Like crawl under, make my way under.
You crawl under, and then yeah, the sheriff is following you too as well. He's got his gun out, and he's like looking.
I roll a perception check. Like, what am I seeing? What am I hearing?
It's dark for one, as you're walking into a mine. Do you have dark vision? It's pretty dark. It's getting almost like at this point.
Are there? Hold on, wait, maybe I have a torch. The candle. That's not gonna do shit. What's a 5-foot radius?
One candle.
In one candle. And I actually, and I use 3 of my 10 candles, 4 of my 10 candles. To shed bright light in a 5-foot radius.
How are you like? You're just gonna light the candles?
And hold them, yeah.
You're holding them with your 4 arms, Astrid?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I'm just counting on the fact that it's probably dark enough that the sheriff might not notice.
Well, the sheriff has a lamp.
Oh.
He took the lamp from the horse.
So is it shedding enough of a radius that I don't need a candle?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then I won't do the candles. Never mind. Yeah, so I begrudgingly stay very close to him.
Yeah, as you guys are walking down, roll me. What'd you get on that perception check?
I didn't roll one, I don't think. Uh, 13 plus 6, so 19.
19?
Mm-hmm.
As you are looking, and following the sheriff with his light, and the mines are pretty musty. They've been old, but there's a certain, like, not noise, but almost like a weird, I would say like a kind of like a rumbling down towards the left of the mines in that direction. You get a sense that like something or maybe someone is down there.
Alright, looks like the party's finally about to start. Let's go find out what that noise is, shall we?
Hey, would you shut up? This is a sting operation. You go first then. Since you're so gung-ho.
I mean, happily. And I'm gonna pull out my, it's just my claws, but if I can just flavor it, that it's my, I don't know what they're called, that he has, that the Raphael has. Look at the, you know what I mean? I got a couple prongs on them. It's not the throwing stars.
I don't know what they're called.
Mm-hmm. I couldn't find it either, and I couldn't find like a weapon that would be similar. But I do have claw attack, so I'm just gonna like, I'm gonna pull those out and like happily and sort of go trotting off down below. See what I can see. The magical things I can uncover.
Yeah, as you go below, you don't see much, but you do see sort of like an odd darkness to the up ahead, like above you. Where the light stops, the darkness is almost like a solid wall. And it's like the light, as you get closer and closer, it's for some reason finds the light. It's hard to penetrate through. But you get closer and you kind of hit this like open kind of cavernous area, and the like kind of low rumbling. It's almost like a low frequency. Is like prominent here.
Can I do divine sense? As an action, you can detect good and evil until the end of your next turn. You can sense something affected by the Hallow spell or know the location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet. That's not behind total cover.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Trying to a little mouse figurine at my neck. Sort of on the cable of my cloak. And I'm gonna sense for good and evil.
Alright. As you
Little rat figurine, I should say.
as you focus on this figurine and expand your senses out from when you can't see, you sense extreme evil in front of you, like about 30 feet.
Directly in front of me?
Directly in front of you.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. And I can't see anything.
No. And then, I would say you're a little bit above, ahead of the sheriff.
Mm-hmm.
He's walking by you, or he's walking up to you. At this point, the light is starting to shine in through, and what appears to be not like a wall, but the light does like kind of shine and like make out the figure that's standing above you, and it's almost like the exact same creature that you saw on the square, but just huge.
A giant skull.
A giant one of the one of those creatures.
Okay. I'm gonna like mash my two things together. Alright, here we go! And I'm gonna launch myself at it and attack with a claw attack.
Before you attack, we're gonna roll initiative.
Okay. I regret my stacking choices. Right now. I keep wanting to unfold from the cloak, but I purposely made sure that I would stay in there. So it would still just be one person.
Ha! Damn, I almost got a natural 20. But I got a 2.
Oh my gosh, I only got an 11.
Okay.
I'm gonna get wrecked.
Oops.
I realized I haven't watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in like 20 years. Unfortunately.
What'd you get, 11?
Uh-huh. Yes, oh benevolent DM. DM who just loves me oh so much. I would definitely not do a TPK in one hit. That's exactly what's gonna happen. Oh no! I'll never be able to get vengeance.
What the heck?
Sad.
Give me a second. Okay. Okay.
And you're dead.
No, I wouldn't do that.
My AC is pretty high, by the way, because I'm a paladin. My AC is 17. I stopped eating. I made myself snacks tonight.
Sorry.
The moment I get absolute.
Give me a second. I'm doing something.
And you know what? Yeah.
Yeah.
My character design was so mean to myself because I was like, I can't just pull this on her without asking. I was like, they're gonna stay stacked the whole time, and it's just gonna be one person the whole time, sort of the flavor. So I split my HP into 4 different bodies. Oh, it's not gonna take much. I'm gonna get red.
Oh god.
We've faced worse. We
I
compared
was
each
gonna
other.
find this a stat block. There we go. Got it. All right. So first on the initiative, it's the creature. It's
Okay.
as this crazy kind of what in the world? Alright, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. First off, as it moves up close forward and starts to get like right up on you. And what'd you make? What'd you say? What was it?
7.
Oh, 7? Alright, you are poisoned for 1 minute.
Do I take any damage immediately?
I believe. No, you just have disadvantage on your attack rolls and your ability checks. Oopsies. Alright, and then it's going to take a swipe at you with its claws. Oh. That's a 17 to hit.
That meets it. Yeah.
Alright. Oh fuck! Keep dropping my dice. Good god.
You said that. Keep dropping my dice.
Dropping my dice.
Poisoning isn't a disease, is it?
No. I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I just didn't know.
It's a condition. Wait a minute, are you? Okay. That's a. You get 12 points of slashing damage as this creature goes up to you and just kind of just slashes down.
Okay, so it's slashing at the top half of me.
Yeah.
And you're gonna see as that happens that a large, sort of, my face and everything, I kind of go zoop, but then a large shell just falls to the ground. And my 2 little weapons, the 3 prongs or whatever, they fall. and clatter on the ground. And my orange bandana is waving in the wind. I'm a couple feet shorter, looking terrified now. Is it my turn?
Yeah, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm looking terrified. And I am going to. I am going to attack. Again, I'm gonna use my longsword. And I think I can still do. Oh, hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna use my longsword again. I'm gonna cast Divine Smite at 2nd level. That adds an extra D8.
Okay.
And my actions do say that I can do 2 weapon fighting, but that's only light weapons, right? Or is that?
Yeah.
Would a longsword count?
I don't think a longsword count. I think it has to be 2 light weapons.
Okay. I'm just gonna do the one then, but with Divine Smite, cast at 2nd level.
Okay. Alright. Roll. Give me that roll.
I got a 9.
A 9?
Yeah.
That does not hit.
Ah! I think that's all I could do. Oh no, wait, let me see. Just I gotta make sure, you know? I gotta just make sure. there's nothing
Gotta
else
make
to do.
sure.
I'm gonna get wrecked. Right, I still have extra attack though. I don't have like that's different than 2 weapon fighting. I've got extra attack. Okay,
You can attack twice.
I'm gonna do it again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna attack.
Do it.
It's a 3 to 12. So I failed 2nd time. I've got disadvantage. So I go to attack again, and I'm wasting my 2 spell slots. My 2 2nd level ones. Trying to do my Divine Smite on him. And I'm screaming, but
You don't have
staggering around.
to use it. You can use it.
But I said I was gonna use it.
Well, no, you declare it after you hit, because it says on a hit you can use a Divine Smite.
Oh, okay, so I can save both those.
Yeah,
slots
you can
then.
save both those soul spots.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, so that's just what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna try to hit again with my longsword, and I'm gonna fail again with my longsword. And I'm like shifting my cloak, like trying to get my head back out, and shuffling everything, and not doing a good job.
As you go and you start to swing and miss, a little frazzled from just seeing, I guess, part of you die. And the sheriff is like, "Oh, good golly!" He starts to shoot. He brings out his gun. He begins to start to shoot at it. Ooh, that's good. That hits. 1 hits. Oh, he got a natural 20. Yeah, let's go. So the sheriff hits twice.
Oh,
basically
yeah.
times. Damn, I rolled really good. I'm rolling good
That's
on my
so
monster.
good. I was hoping.
Damn!
Oh, on your monster. Oh.
On my monster.
thought you meant on your sheriff, and I was like, good.
Oh my god. You see with two expertly placed shots that this creature is, the shots ring out through your ears as this creature wails in pain, almost like piercingly. And it's done a very hefty blow. Oh man, it's funny. I can't believe it. I critted on my own monster.
The sheriff's gonna end up saving my ass.
He's gonna save me. Alright, it's the creature's turn. So, seeing out as the sheriff is looking is now doing scads to the screen, to this thing. It's gonna go rushing towards him. He's kind of like behind you in a sense, and he can get up to the sheriff. The sheriff needs to make a Constitution saving throw. Let's see here. Let's see here. Come on, sheriff! Oh, the sheriff got a base 19. No fucking way.
Hell yeah.
All right, he's safe. He's not poisoned for a moment. He like takes his bandana on his neck and he puts it above his head, all secret. He almost looks like a bandit, but you can see the shiny star on him. As this thing is gonna go up and try to slash him. Oh my god! I rolled a 7. Yeah, it's so funny. As he goes to the shadowy claw brings up and is trying to slash down. The light from his sheriff's badge is too bright and it like kind of blinds it a little bit and it misses. And then that's its go. It's your turn.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
wait, I'm gonna try to attack with my longsword again. Oh, and can I roll a death save?
You can roll me another Constitution at the top of your round to see if you break the poison.
13 plus 2, 15.
Hey, that does it. Yeah,
work.
yeah. You break the poison.
Yeah, I'm sweating now, grim and determined. Can I roll a death save?
Yeah.
Natural 20.
Oh, let's go! Yeah, you got one. That'd be actually 2, 6. I'm gonna say you're up. You're up by 1 point.
Okay. Just breathing on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ah! Oh my gosh! And freaking out. And yeah, he's just gasping for air. And he's muttering under his breath, "What an old man." And
the old
I'm
man's
gonna try
doing
to
this.
attack.
Did you say what an old man?
I said fucking old man.
Oh.
And I'm gonna. It's just hard. I can't play teenage boys. Because I can play snarky teenage boys. They're not gonna snarky. I'm gonna attack twice again with my longsword. For my extra
You can do
attack.
this.
Oh, first one was an 18 plus 4.
That'll
And I want
hit.
to add my divine smite to that. Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
That'll
Okay,
do
let's see
it.
if the second one hits, and then I'll just do it all that. Second one is the natural one.
Oh no. That'll
So
hit.
just the first one, but that's okay. That's okay.
That's
So
okay.
that, because I did the second level, so the first, just for the normal part of the attack, is 4 points of damage. And then the divine smite is going to be 3d8. I just want to double check that.
You said 4 points for the normal.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, 3d8. Oh, I only rolled a d6 for that. Can I re-roll? For the, I rolled a d6, not a d8.
Oh.
It's supposed to be 1d8 plus. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
For the first, for the 4, it was also a 1d8 plus 1. It'll be a 6 instead of 4
Oh,
for the
okay.
regular
Alright.
damage. 8, 3, and 7 for the Divine Smite. 18 points.
That's
Divine
18?
Smitus. Yeah.
18 points of Divine Smite. What the hell is this music? I don't like
I
this.
can't hear the music. Was I supposed to be watching your stream this whole time?
I didn't have it on.
Oh, okay.
It'll be on the recording though.
Oh, that's fine.
That was terrible music. Oh my god, how do you want to do this?
Is that it? Ooh. Hells yeah. Okay. Now, just for this purposes, I'm gonna come spilling out of my trench coat. 3 turtles, all with epic headbands. A blue, a purple, and orange. Blue, both swords flailing as he goes, and purple, sort of flashing in and out with his quarterstaff, and nunchucks whirling. I don't actually have nunchucks. I have blow dart instead, but all heaping onto this skull, screaming about their brother.
Yeah, you do that. You burst through the trench coat in 4 tiny little turtles. And not tiny, but like medium sized. Small.
I wrote them down as small because it says they can be 5 to 6 feet on some
Okay, small size.
in my head. They're like tiny. They're
Small
like
little
guys. They're
turtles.
creepy.
And you burst through this, and you guys wail on this creature. And as you do,
Well, Raph is still on the ground.
oh yeah, well, the three do.
Yeah.
You guys wail on this creature, and it lets out another horrific scream as you, as it falls down, and in a puff of smoke, it falls dead.
And immediately we start doing the bro chest bumps and
yeah.
And then, oh my gosh, Raph! And running over to heal Raph up. Which I have some health. I really didn't study up on my paladin enough to be quick with it. But yeah, because I've got lay on hands for a full 25 hit points. I'm gonna heal him back up for 10.
Okay.
That's okay?
Yeah. That's okay. And then I'm going to take a quick break because I go bathroom.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. I'm back. Alright.
Awesome. Yeah, we're all jumping around and oh my gosh, that was awesome! And then stop and all turn slowly to look at the sheriff.
The sheriff is looking at you very dumbfounded. You're telling me there was 3 in that trench coat?
Yeah, I mean, let's not make it weird.
Well, I've seen stranger things in the desert out here.
It's just easier this way. Too many people don't tend to like our appearance, and we can just hide it a little better, and it's just a little easier. There's less of us walking around.
Oh, trust me, I understand people not liking your appearance.
Yeah, we grew up hiding in the sewers of Cementina, and with the rat folk there, and a nice rat named Digvig was a buddy for a little while. And
That
yeah,
sounds like a mighty
anyway, that was
fine
our first
feller.
time. He was pretty good, pretty cool. But now we're on the hunt for this tabaxi girl named Chattel. She ate all of our pizza. We only had enough ingredients to make one, and she ate the entire thing. So yeah, so now we're gonna go kill her. I mean, it's whatever. Well, we might not kill her. We might just talk to her and like make her make us another pizza. But like, no, we're definitely gonna.
I can assure you there ain't no cat folk around here.
Well, keep looking then, I guess. I guess we've solved your problem now, hey?
Seems like you did, yep. Well, boys, let's get on back.
Alright. We're gonna immediately pile back into the trench coat.
Okay.
No reason. What back up?
Yeah, you pile back into the trench coat, and then you make your way back, and it's still pretty dark.
Wait, can I look in the crates before we leave?
Yeah.
Okay. Because you just mentioned.
Give me a strength check. They appear to be nailed shut.
Okay. Natural 1. Because strength is not
Are
my
you
thing.
sure? All right, you try to lift up the crates, and they're pretty hefty. They're hold on, they're really good. It's almost impossible to lift the crates.
Well, I mean,
As the
our
sheriff
work here is done, isn't it?
As he sees you looking around, he's like, I wouldn't touch that. This guy's kind of... I don't like the look of them fellas. I'd rather not be on their bad side.
But aren't you curious why they had that beast down there just hiding?
I don't think it was them that had it down there. It's been there for a while, but they seem to... It's never been this bad. They seem to amplify it, so maybe, I don't know.
Oh, don't you want to know what's in these crates?
Now, I am a sheriff
I
of
want to
the
know what's in
law.
these crates.
What do you say?
You said that you're the sheriff following the law?
No, I'm the sheriff of the law. And I follow the law. How do you think I got this badge?
Well, according to my calculations, you've broken the whole law several times today.
What? How so?
Well, you see those signs there that say no trespassing? Keep out.
He looks at the signs.
We just trespassed. Well, that's one. I'm sure I'll find some others.
Give me a persuasion check. At advantage.
Oh, I rolled 10 both times. Plus 5 though, 15.
Nice. As you say this, the sheriff looks around. He's like, has his hands on his hips. Huh. Well, perhaps you're right. Maybe taking a peek won't be too bad.
Yeah.
I am the sheriff.
Why don't we open these boxes?
Alright, and so he tries to open the box. Oh, we got a 15.
Sheriff.
Got a 15.
Of course he did. This old man. Is he related to Jonesy by any chance?
No, he's not.
It's just his dad.
No. He goes over, he takes like a piece of, there's a crowbar on the ground. And he takes it up and he yanks it, pulls it up, and sure enough, opens it up, and inside of those crates appeared to be a couple of sticks of dynamite, kind of packed neatly, buried together. And inside are instructions and plans. Just paperwork of how to apply the dynamite. It's your dynamite instruction.
Oh, okay, just on how to use the dynamite,
Yeah, how
nothing
to.
extra.
Yeah.
Well,
What in the world?
I mean, we're here. They're clearly up to something down there. Been some pretty heavy-duty mining if they're having to blow stuff up all the time.
That mine
Why don't we go check it out?
That mine's dried up. I wouldn't want to mess with this if he thinks that he could mine it and be my guest. I don't want to mess with this no more. Alright, we'll best get back to town.
Chicken!
Now listen here, y'all.
We're gonna go in.
Alright, well, I'm taking the lantern. I'll meet you back outside the town.
Wait, hold on. We can't see without the lantern.
Well, then come on, let's go back into town.
Alright, fine. Alright. Alright, I could use more stew. With extra cheese. Lots and lots of cheese.
Yeah, I'm sure Vicky's got a bunch of stew back there. Alright, and then
Lot
you
of
guys go back to town real quick. It takes you a little bit of time. It's like about the same time. And around this time, it's about maybe like 3 o'clock in the morning-ish. Maybe 4. Getting close to 4. You hear the sheriff yawn here and there as I yawn in real life. As he's getting kind of
You're not
tired.
supposed to get that into the roleplay.
He's like, well, you done good, boys. Now you best go get some rest. I'll catch up with you in the morning.
Alright, sounds good. We're gonna turn blue bandana blowing in the wind and make our way back into the tavern.
Yeah. Alright, you make your way back into the tavern and it's quiet. It's unlocked. There's nobody there.
It's unlocked?
But yeah, it's
Ducky! Can you hear her?
Huh.
No? Duck!
Is she crying?
Mm-hmm.
She's being a baby.
Always. Yeah, we go back in. It's unlocked, we just go up to our room, I guess.
Yeah. You go back up to your room. And actually give me a perception check as you walk in.
9.
As you
I rolled a 3, but I have +6 to heavens.
As you walk in, you notice there's like a glint of like in your eye of the corner, and you smell. It's not like this the visual, but it's the smell. You start to smell like almost like a tobacco, like cigarettes.
I turn to face the smell.
As you turn, you see a horned figure sitting in the corner, smoking a cigarette. It doesn't appear to be as big as Booker, but it appears to be a smaller version of him.
Smaller version of Booker? Looks exactly the same as him?
It doesn't look exactly the same as him. But you can see similarities.
Is it a girl?
Yeah. You see she has kind of like a cow-like tail on the bottom, and she's kind of got like a ripped up crop top on, and kind of like.
Of course she does.
And she's smoking a cigarette.
Okay, is she a teenage girl?
No, she's a little bit older. She's like a young adult. She's about 20.
Hey! Like the crop top. Good.
Oh yeah, sure you do. Everybody always does.
So, and I'm gonna like try to lean, but like on the bar stool. Punch first of all. How's it going?
She just kind of, she doesn't say much. She just kind of rolls her eyes and still just taking a drag of her cigarette. Her tobacco. Tobacco. She's got a like a rolled up.
What brings you into town, stranger?
I live here. My dad owns the shop.
Oh, Booker. Oh yeah, Booker and I, we're good buds. Mhm.
Yeah. Right.
Mhm.
So are the 5 million other guests
I
that come in
saved
here.
his. Well, but I saved his life last night. I mean, this night, no big deal. I'm kind of, it's just in that direction of the room. I saved his life.
That direction.
There was a thing that was like on top of him. And I was in that direction.
Right.
And I jumped on top of it. And I scared it out the window. And then I ran after it. And I slashed it with my sword.
You slashed
My
it
cat is
all
screaming
by
her face
yourself.
off. Uh-huh.
Just you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. She gets up and then she takes the carton out of her pocket. She's like, his hands you a cigarette. It's like, I have one on me, sir.
Thank you. I'm gonna like take it out very clearly, not knowing what to do with it.
Yeah. She waits for you to put it in, like, to put it in your mouth and then
I put
snaps
it
your.
in backwards.
She's
And I'm like trying to move.
she turned it around. That's
I mean, I knew that. It's a long night.
she snaps her fingers and like
Everything.
a little flame produces at her thumb and then she ticks your thumb to the edge.
And I start dying, like coughing, and doubled over.
Easy now, killer. That's
That's good stuff. I haven't had one in a long time. In the desert.
right.
A long time. I was needing my smoke so bad.
He's needing my smoke. All right. Well, I'll see you in the morning, hero. And she walks away.
Not if I see you first. Or just.
Gorgeous. She's already gone.
I waited till she was like around the corner.
Yeah. And if I see you first, gorgeous.
Immediately start arguing amongst herself.
Yeah.
What's that? It's so lame.
What are you saying? You waited till she was gone. You didn't say that. Oh, it's hilarious. I can imagine that. It's funny. It's funny because like that reminds me of like that one. I think it's called Superbad. Have you seen that one? Where he's like, "You look pretty, Denise," and she's like, "What?" He's like, "I said you look shitty." He runs away.
That's so funny.
That's so funny. Yeah. Anyways, she goes up and she goes into a room that's like clearly marked hers.
And we're just gonna go to bed.
All right, you go to bed. As you're going to bed, it's around about 4 o'clock. And you sleep. It's pretty uneventful, but around about like see, how long do you sleep for?
I don't know how long portal sleep is.
I'd say like let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You sleep for about 7 hours, around about like 10 in the morning. That's not right. 11, right about 11. And pretty good, pretty rested, pretty well rested. You get a long rest, for mechanical sake, so you can get your spell slots back. And as you're sleeping, you hear a bunch of commotion downstairs.
And I immediately run down, just like throwing on like a tire and running down
Okay.
the stairs,
Yeah.
orange bandana
You,
flapping
you,
in the breeze.
you throw on your attire, and you run downstairs. And inside the tavern it's particularly busy this morning. There appears to be quite a few people in there actually, like from a stark number of people that were there yesterday. There's like nobody there, but now there appears to be quite a bit of people. Um, they it they appear to be in a group and sitting. They're like crowding one table, and that's where you see. It's easy enough to spot, but you do see Booker's long horns are outstretched from from the crowd because he's particularly above all of these people, and these people look pretty fine dressed. It's hard to see with who he's talking to, but he's sitting at a table talking to somebody considerably smaller than him.
Can we hear what he's saying?
Yeah, you can hear him. It's almost like the tension in the room is like you cut it with a knife, and you see that at the bar, the barmaid's kind of like looking very nervously at at the crowd, and then you see the girl from last night. She's there too as well. She's kind of standing behind the bar. You can see very just scowl on her face as she watches the event going on, and you hear
What's she doing the graffitis and she's in trouble?
you hear from below a booming voice. You don't see who it's coming from because the crowd is too tall. Oh, actually, you're 9 feet. No, you do see who it's coming from because you're like 9 feet tall.
I'm super tall.
As you look over the crowd. The crowd's kind of just normal, like 6 feet height. And you look over the crowd, and sitting right across from Booker, a stark, like, drastic difference between his tall frame and his big, like, muscular kind of dad bod body. He's got like a big belly, but like still looks beefy enough to do some damage. Is a well-dressed halfling man, almost like a slick back hairstyle, kind of like a nice mustache going. And he looks over, and he's got a glass of just appears to be water in front of him, and a nice little meal. And he's just eating food. And he takes a bite out of the food. It's like a well nice prepared steak that he told. And he takes a bite out of the food, and he goes takes on his fork. He's like, well, points the food at him. Booker, I can call you Booker, right? That's what they say they can call you. And he doesn't. Booker's visibly uncomfortable, and he doesn't say anything. He's just like, he's kind of like got a kind of cowl in his face, as you can see like his nostrils start to flare. His like cowl like nostrils start to flare out a little bit, and he looks and he's just like, yeah, I'll call you Booker. Now, my sources say that you were near the mines last night. And we went over there, and there appears to be one of our crates open. Now, we had a deal with the town. We bought that mine, fair and square. That deed is ours. And you don't mess with it. Not even anyone in the town, not even the sheriff. But you were over there last night, weren't you? He doesn't, as he says that, he takes a bite of his steak and starts eating. There's around about, like, I would say maybe 10 guys with him, appeared to be dressed in certain, kind of similar attire, but not as fancy as him as well. He's like kind of like a dark white pinch suit. And he's got like a red handkerchief on his like neck.
I'm gonna like kind of stagger through it, like wink at his daughter, and stagger through. Oh no, sir, I was at the mine last night. We took care of that big skull problem that you all were having. No worries, it's dead now.
As you like kind of step up to the mine, step up to talk, the guys kind of like look at you, and they make almost the people that are around him almost make like a, like a path, and you look at him, and he's quite small. He's just a halfling guy, so he's like, he has to, it sounds funny. He has to sit on some books to like meet the table.
To, like, actually be at the table.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to actually be
Like,
at the
the
table.
silk skin and the like the
And yeah.
cookie.
Yeah, he does. And it's almost comical, but like there's a sense like you see that Booker's very visibly distressed, and he looks over and says, you're at the mines. All right.
Well, yeah, that's why everyone was dying. You see, because there was a giant skull thing down there that was sucking everyone's life force. It's not to worry. You don't have to pay us any money. Pay me any money. Problem solved.
Oh, all right. We're not gonna pay you money. No, but you owe
Yeah,
me
well,
for that
I
crate.
cleared your mind out. Well, no, the crate was just, see, I didn't touch anything, so it's all still there, all intact. So just box that back up and it's good as gold.
He takes another bite of his steak and he eats it and he chews it for a long time. And he's like kind of breathing and he looks around at him. He's like, well, how much gold you got on you?
About 1 gold piece.
1 gold piece.
Mm-hmm. So if you only owe me about 50 gold pieces for cleaning out your mind of the deadly soul-sucking skulls, which I killed 2 actually, but one of them was huge, so that's a whole thing. But yeah, I think a little 50 gold should do it.
He takes like his napkin out of his shirt pocket and he kind of dabs his mouth, and then he puts it down onto the counter. You see this bracelet? He shows you this nice kind of white, almost pristine, ivory-looking bracelet. I got this off of
Cool.
off of a family back over yonder in the western side. They didn't have no gold either, but you know what I did take? I took their horns. And
Well, that's not very nice. I mean, most people, maybe they wanted their horns shaved, but most people want to keep their horns. So that's not very polite of you to do that.
now, as far as I'm concerned, it's not you who I need to deal with, but it's you. He points to Booker, and he looks at him and he says, well, you owe me for previous engagements, not just the mines. I'll get to you later. He's referring to you. And then you hear Booker kind of swallow. He's like, I paid up those dues. Those dues paid. We don't get much customers. He's like, well, the dues increased. But I do lack something that you got on you right now. And then he kind of snaps his fingers, and all of a sudden the crew kind of goes around and they gather Booker, and they gather him up. About 2 big, they're human type, but they seem to be pretty strong. And they grab him up, kind of. I think he's like, wait, no, hold on.
How many brawlers are there in there? Like, how many of his goons are in the
10.
They're all human?
The 2 ones that grabbed him are human. The rest appear to be various just races. More of like there's probably an half orc in there. Another an elf type. Just various shapes and sizes of that. And they grab Booker by the arms and they slam him head down onto onto the table. And then he snaps again, and he see one of the other guys pull out a bone saw, and then he grabs it and he's like, now Booker, you're gonna pay with me with your own flesh and blood. And they start grabbing his bone.
Is that the halfling that's doing it?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to attack the halfling immediately.
Okay. You go to attack. There's about 2 other guys that immediately grab onto you.
I know. Okay. Yeah, but listen, they can't do that to him. It's just not nice. Okay, so they're grabbing me?
Yeah.
They're grappling me? I don't know what I do then if I can't attack them.
You can do an opposing strength check to see if you get out of the grapple.
Yeah, I'll try that. I don't know that I've been doing very good on my strength checks. Oh, big money. Natural 1. Every time I roll the strength check. Every time.
No! Oh no! Yeah, okay. So these two men grab you, and while the other two are down, holding Booker down on the table, and the other two men grab you. At this point, it's kind of pandemonium in the bar. You hear his daughter like, "Stop! Get off of him!" And she's trying to jump on the bar. Another man grabs him as well, and the other guy is the barkeep. She's not getting involved. She's, you know, kind of ducks below the thing, and the rest of them. And you you see the halfling. He's like, points the saw at you. He's now, you calm down or else you're next. Now I got business to deal with him first. And then he saws on.
Well, I don't have any horns, so that's not a problem.
He begins to saw, and he finishes out. And as this time, it's as you know, Booker's kind of pleading and screaming. It doesn't. There's no blood. He doesn't saw it down all the way, but he does get a good chunk off of it, and it's just very jarring. And he takes it off. He's like, "Now that wasn't so bad, was it?" And then he like wipes away the sweat, and he tosses it back. And the other guys, the other crew members, start to grab it. He tosses the saw too as well. And then he whistles, and he motions for him to bring, for you to get, bring Bot to him forward. As he's like on the table because he's very small. He's like, "What they call you in this town?"
Oh, I'm just a traveler, so they don't call me anything to my recollection, my knowledge. If I'm being grappled, can I still do Misty Step?
Let me see. Yeah, you can actually.
Is there room on the table beside him?
I mean, not for your size. You said it was
No,
it was a small table.
Is there any space that's away from his people but close to him? Like on the opposite side of the table, is there a little bit of extra space in there? Some wiggle room?
Not necessarily, no, because the table was kind of up against the wall, and
okay,
they're still holding Booker down on the table as he's looking. The only available space would be kind of more in towards the bar area.
Okay. Okay. And the bar would have like mugs and cups and things on it, right?
Yeah.
Good enough though. And probably if I'm using a tavern brawler, it's probably not technically a melee. Oh no, it's a melee attack. So would I then be able to add Divine Smite to that? Say if I'm throwing a mug at him.
That's if you hit.
Did I try that?
So, what are you trying to do?
I want to Misty Step away. But they have to let go of me. I'm gonna try to throw a mug at him. The halfling. But I'm trying to make sure that it hurts.
Okay, you try.
Okay. Alright, okay. I'm gonna roll for. A 5 plus a 4 is a 9.
As you go to you misty step away. You're out of the grapple, and you misty step onto the top of the bar and quickly kick up a cup and start to yeet it, yeet it into the crowd, aiming for the little halfling. However, you don't hit the halfling, but you do hit one of his goons as he steps forward, and he's like, "Oh, he's like, sir." He steps forward and gets hit from it with it as well, and it's the dark. He's kind of got darker skin, long hair. It's kind of not well kept, and the elf, and he gets hit. He's like, ah. And you hear the halfling just kind of laugh. He's just like, ah, that's a slipper one.
Yeah, I am. And that's not the only trick up my sleeve. Damn it, you guys, it's the only trick up our sleeve. Is anyone coming after me?
No, they're not coming after you. They're just kind of like guarding.
Booker.
Yeah, well, not Booker, but they're guarding their boss.
Hmm.
Then you
Okay.
see him kind of adjust his like suit a little bit and kind of ruffle it off. Fixes his hair. He looks at you and he's like, just so you know, this is on your hands. All right, let's go. And he jumps off the counter and they start walking out.
Howard!
He just leaves.
He just leaves. Damn it. Wait, as they're leaving? No, I guess he'd be at the front of this whole processional, wouldn't he? Okay.
Yeah, he'd be at the front. The rest of the crew would be in the back.
Alright. Okay, I'll just climb off the bar. Like, mutter to myself, kicking the ground.
As soon as he leaves, you see his daughter, but you can get kind of sense, kind of immediately goes up to them, and then he kind of hugs her as well too. He's just kind of making sure he's making sure that she didn't get her. He's like, "You should get hurt." He's like, "No, no," and then she kind of touches his horn area. He's like, "Oh, that's don't worry about it." And yeah, they just sit there and they take a moment to kind of collect themselves.
Who was that obnoxious little man?
That's Kane Hoover. He's the one that bought the mine.
Did he buy the mine or the whole town? Because it seemed to me like he had run of things here.
Well, he owns the mine. He owns about maybe half the states in town, but he doesn't own this place just yet. He wants to, but he got me on a couple of old gambling debts that I used to pick up. But he also owns the casino out in the big city.
Yes, we've been there lots. And again, we kind of look at the daughter. The casino.
Yes, a casino.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I played Black John. The game.
Black John.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, it's just It's best to lay low.
Why doesn't the town just... There wasn't that many of them. Why don't you guys fight back?
People got livelihoods here. They don't. They're not fighters. We're farmers. We can't fight back. And plus, he's got a lot more men that he came with.
Well, I mean... Did that hurt, by the way?
It's
Looks like it hurt.
more hurt on my pride. I mean, once you get up to my age, your horns don't grow back like they used to.
Oh, I was just Googling that. The horns grow back.
They
Uh,
they depends. I think on goats they grow.
I think it depends on the animal.
Yeah, it depends on the animal.
Right?
I don't know if cows grow their horns back, but in this world they grow slow.
Okay.
When they get when minotaurs, they're not minotaurs. Sorry. Yeah, he's a minotaur. When they get older, I say they're slowing down their growth, and so like it's harder to grow back.
Well, I mean, we killed the weird skull thing that was killing everybody, and I guess if you guys are just fine with the way things are here and you don't want to fight back, I guess, I mean, we might as well just just call it a day and head on out.
I suggest you get out of town. He gets up and he kind of dusts himself off. He goes up and he picks up the plate to kind of go clean it. The one that's like half-eaten steak. It's not even fully cooked. It's not even fully eaten.
Here's the thing, though. If his horns are so long, I'm just picturing how lopsided he would be.
No, yeah, he is not like yeah. As soon as his one horn was cut, he's kind of like you can clearly see. Yeah, one of it's kind of favoring the other. He stumbles to get up and he's like, ugh.
All right. Well, if you don't want any more help, I guess we might as well just go. At least your townsfolk won't be dying in the middle of the night, I think.
I think we got bigger problems, but thanks for taking care of that one. I mean, I appreciate it.
I mean, I can take care of this Hoover guy, too. You just gotta tell me where he's at.
I mean, I don't think you could take care of him. But I appreciate the sentiment. He gets up and then he goes in the back.
Where's he staying? Oh, okay.
he leaves. He goes in the back. You hear them rustling around a little bit. And then he comes out with a bag. And he's like, here. It's for the fence and for saving my life. And he puts the bag in your hand. Ain't much,
Well,
but it's all I got. To spare anyways.
Thanks.
I got... He hands you a
Why
bag
don't-
of like 50 gold.
Why don't you keep all that and you just point us in the direction of the ocean?
Alright. He goes outside and... Do you follow? As you follow, he points you kind of like... I want to say... southeast, in the southeast direction. He's like, you just go down that way. About... Give it a day or two walk.
A day or two, not an hour or two. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry about your horn. That looks real uncomfortable.
I get used to it. I always do.
Well, if you ever need us, me again, just right to the I don't know. Have you heard of the rat god?
No, I'm not much of a religious man myself.
Mm. Well, just pray to Splinter, and we'll come.
Alright, keep that
Maybe.
in mind.
All right. Well, I hope things go well here. If you need, that guy has a lot of dynamite boxes. Just take some of that and blow them up. It'll be fine.
Uh, I'll keep that in mind.
All right. Well, bye, Booker. It was nice knowing you. I'm gonna start to stagger away.
You start to stagger away, and he just kind of, yeah, he looks at you, he waves you by, and he watches you for a good 5 minutes, but then goes back into the into the tavern. And yeah, you start to make your way over to the ocean, where he said you were going
Mm-hmm.
to point you to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm on my way to go avenge my cheese pizza.
Yeah, that's where I'm gonna end the session. That's all I.
Beautiful.
That's all I have.
Walking into the. I want to kill that guy. I'm gonna one shot him.
If you think.
I know you set him up because I feel like he's gonna come into the world that we're in now, or like our other session.
Mhm.
You know, and I set up the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles going after Tattle.
Yeah. Ah, that's funny.